From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Not seeing any low clouds for this morning. We definitely have clouds above us, but the visibility at the surface is looking pretty good. And yeah, here's the graphic to sort of underscore that point. So it does look like there's some fog on the periphery of our viewing area. So if that does start to close in, we'll let you know when that happens. But for now, visibility looking A-OK. Okay, now on to temperatures, and you'll notice that they're looking much colder as opposed to yesterday morning, especially in the foothills. Remember, we had the winds gusting out of the south. There's some downsloping, some warming. So Pendleton, Walla Walla, we're up around 60 degrees. That's not happening for this morning. Much colder. Also, we're right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin and right around, if not well below freezing for the valleys. So if you did have to break out the ice scraper for this morning, it would either be in the valleys or in the basin. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. Mostly dry for today and tomorrow. Can't rule out some very small shower chances, but shower chances increasing for Saturday, much wetter for Sunday and Monday, and then another storm system into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Maybe some mountain snow. I'll tell you how much coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a case of whooping cough has been confirmed in Ellensburg, and it's someone from the high school. We have the details coming up. And Columbia Center Boulevard is busy with people holiday shopping, and because of that, it's become a target for thieves to steal presents straight from your car. We have what local police are recommending you do to prevent you from falling victim to this. Plus, the U.S. is once again facing a potential government shutdown, and the clock is ticking as the deadline is quickly approaching. We have the latest just ahead on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Thursday, December 19th. We're going to get right into your top stories, and we're starting off with a health alert. The Kittitas County Public Health Department says they're working with Ellensburg High School on a confirmed case of whooping cough. Officials say the case is associated with the wrestling team, so the health district is recommending that all wrestlers, male and female, along with any associated staff, get tested. Doctors say the goal of getting everybody tested and stopping practice now is to control the spread so the team can get back to practicing as soon as possible. Each wrestler and associated staff member should also contact their healthcare provider for a PCR test. The Yakima-Tieton Irrigation District has an update regarding their work on critical areas of the canal. So far, nearly 6,000 linear feet of cover have been installed, and officials say they're on track to hit 7,000 by the end of the year. Excavation at key sites are almost finished, and they're continuing to look at additional measures like debris fencing and securing an emergency pipe bridge in order to prepare for whatever comes next. The canal was heavily damaged during wildfires last summer. And although we are ways away from the end of the school year, STEM-based and career-focused schools are already taking enrollments for the next school year. Our very own Monique Ledesma reports how getting into these schools means educational wealth for each and every student.
Delta High School is a STEM-focused high school that pulls students from all three cities within the Tri-Cities. The only requirement for applying to Delta is to live within the Pasco, Kennewick, and Richland School District. Melanie Cachado, Delta High School Community Engagement Manager, says the school runs on the Pasco School District's calendar, and this is what their day-to-day looks like for some students who are not in their internship phase.
We are project-based learning, so our students work collaboratively in groups and work through applying the concepts they're learning in a project-based curriculum. We have a block schedule, so they have a little bit longer classes to allow them that time and energy to really be thorough in the projects that they're working on.
Orion High School is a career-focused academy school that will only serve students within the Pasco school districts. Orion is also a new addition to PSD. It is set to open its doors at the start of the next school year. Seth Johnson, the principal, says the first 2 years is all about dipping their toes into different career options to find their own path. Then, junior and senior year, it's all about honing in on those selected paths.
With the overall goal of graduating from high school with a diploma and an industry certification or college credits that are going to serve them well in that pursuit of what their future career would be.
Both schools will only take in 8th graders going into their freshman year and through a lottery process to provide an equal learning opportunity to each student.
I would really have a hard time eliminating students from having that opportunity to come to Orion based on the fact that they didn't take advantage of the opportunities in middle school. I think this is an opportunity for all students, and making it available for all students is something that was important to us as a district.
Delta was established in partnership between Pasco, Kennewick, and Richland school districts. So the lottery system allows there to be some equity in how we are able to serve students from all 3 school districts.
Orion High School will only be taking about 180 new freshmen. That class will be the first to graduate from the high school and the only class at the start of the next school year. Delta High School will take about 130 new freshman students. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And the deadline to apply to both schools is February 14th. Now check this out. So when it comes to holiday shopping, if you're doing a lot in one day or you're running multiple errands, you sometimes may leave your purchases in the car, but this is what thieves are hoping for. The Kennewick Police Department says Columbia Center Boulevard is seeing more traffic because of holiday shopping, making it easier for criminals to find their next target. KPD says while you're out shopping, just locking your car is not enough. Officers have some ways to avoid these Grinches from getting their sticky fingers on your presents.
The biggest thing you can do is get it out of sight. Use that trunk that locks away from the rest of the vehicle. Keep those gifts out of plain view. Make sure that if you have the opportunity, go home and drop some gifts off if you're going to do an all-day shopping event, so that you're not filling that vehicle up and making a nice opportunity for the Scrooge that's going to come along and try to ruin Christmas for you.
KPD also advises to double check that all of your gifts made it out of your car and into your home at the end of your shopping day. And speaking of gifts, Christmas is next week, and if you've been thinking about getting someone a pet as a Christmas present, you definitely want to think twice about it. Getting a pet like a dog or cat for Christmas is not like getting a toy or a new device. It's typically a more than 10-year commitment. Patrick McKinnon, the owner of Biley's Natural Pet Food and Supplies, says not only is it a long commitment, but it's one that people might not be ready for, which is a big concern in the pet industry, as sometimes people realize too late that they cannot handle it.
A couple alternatives. Number one, fostering, just to get your feet wet and see if that's the right pet for you. If you were to jump in and volunteer and foster for Mikey's Chance or Pet Overpopulation Prevention, even our nonprofit here in the hospital, Watson's Paws for a Cause, just to help these pets throughout their adoption process, you can kind of get your feet wet there and see if it's right for a pet for you.
McKinnon says shelters and rescues are already overwhelmed, not just here locally, but also nationally. And when these rescues are overwhelmed, it leads to more pets being dumped on the streets because there's no room for any more to be taken in. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, millions of Americans could be going into the holidays without a paycheck. This as the U.S. is once again facing a potential government shutdown. We have the latest developments in just a few minutes. But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast. Keep it here. We will be right back.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we stay up to date on the latest research, and we offer cutting-edge therapies. We treat a number of different conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease, stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, fibromyalgia, diabetes. We also treat folks dealing with cognitive decline due to aging.
We all have dreams and ideas about how life is going to be, and then life happens, and it's not necessarily what we pictured. So how do we deal with that? I've lived with multiple sclerosis for years. It's realizing that it's all one system. How do you reset your goals so that you can live a happy, healthy life even with chronic illness? And I can attest, yes, you can. My life is incredibly happy.
We first start by improving oxygen utilization in the cells because healthy cells are well oxygenated. We then work towards improving areas of the brain that are inefficient, and for this we use a number of different modalities. We offer oxygen contrast therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, transcranial photobiomodulation, and our latest addition, brain high-intensity interval training.
We also build a schedule for the patient that makes it easy to adapt their game plan to their lives and the therapies they do inside the clinic. To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
Winter is here, and your snow clearing game needs to be strong. Don't let Old Man Winter slow you down. Get your snowblower ready for the season with our snowblower tune-up. But hurry, this deal melts away on December 20th. And don't forget your lawnmower. Our Ride-On Deluxe service is just $299.99. Includes parts, pickup, and delivery. Get your mower ready for a smooth start in 2025. Come see us in West Richland or visit us online at libertylawnandsaw.com.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the vehicle you've been waiting for. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special savings today on a new Mazda during the Season to Move You event.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a tour of temperatures for this morning as we're in the 20s and 30s right now in Kittitas County, all of us below freezing. So there's a good chance you would probably have to break out the ice scraper. You definitely need to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. It's kind of the same thing in the Yakima Valley. All of us right around freezing, 29 for Union Gap, 31 for Toppenish, the same thing in Sunnyside. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, I think something's going on with the sensor at the Pasco Airport, so that's why we don't have any data for the Tri-Cities for right now, but we can kind of extrapolate based off of these other data points. 32 for Benton City, 32 for Prosser, 32 up towards the Hanford side, so there's a decent chance that you might need the ice scraper within the basin as well. Then we are warmer for the foothills, not as warm as yesterday morning, but still warmer compared to the rest of the region. We're up around 40 degrees for Walla Walla, Milton Freewater, Pilot Rock, a little bit colder in Pendleton as we're in the mid-30s. And the mid to upper 20s for Meacham and Ukiah. All right, here's your day planner for today for lower elevations. Still temperatures in the 30s come time for 7 this morning, up into the low to mid 40s come time for 1 p.m. And then by the time we get to the afternoon, we're going to be back down into the 30s and 40s. Could maybe even see a shower sneaking into the Kittitas Valley into the late afternoon. So for today, small shower chances all throughout the day in the Cascades. Again, maybe a low-end chance for that in the late afternoon for the Kittitas Valley. But other than that, we're going to be colder. We're going to be cloudier compared to yesterday, but still highs about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. Definitely not as breezy as yesterday, but we'll still have winds gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour for the mountain ranges. Then for tonight, overnight lows falling down into the 30s. There's going to be a low-end chance for some showers to return back to lower elevations. I'll time that out coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your national headlines this morning, a bipartisan spending bill that would keep the government funded through March is on the brink of collapse after President-elect Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk slammed it as wasteful. Congress now has until Friday night to reach a deal, or millions of federal workers will go into the holidays without a paycheck. ABC's Christiane Cordero has more.
This morning, millions of Americans are at risk of losing their paychecks this holiday season if Congress doesn't pass a deal to keep the government funded. A bipartisan spending bill collapsed yesterday after billionaire Trump backer Elon Musk whipped up outrage online, slamming the deal for wasteful spending. President-elect Trump then issued a scathing statement ordering Republicans not support the bill. House Speaker Mike Johnson declined to answer questions after meeting with Vice President-elect J.D. Vance overnight. If Congress fails to reach a deal by Saturday, millions of federal workers will either be furloughed or asked to work without pay, including some members of the military and critical government workers like TSA agents and air traffic controllers.
I'm not going to say anything else more about it tonight because we're in the middle of these negotiations, but I think we'll be able to solve some problems here, and we'll keep working on it.
The bipartisan spending bill includes $250 million to increase child care access, $25 million to protect the homes of Supreme Court justices, and a 3.8% pay raise for members of Congress. But the biggest share, more than $100 billion, is for disaster relief after Hurricanes Milton and Helene.
We got to have the disaster relief. I can't go home and play like it didn't happen.
I feel very strongly. We don't get disaster in the bill. I'll do everything I can to keep us here until we do.
Democrats say the blame for any shutdown will fall on Republicans who control the House.
House Republicans have now unilaterally decided to break a bipartisan agreement that they made.
Some of Elon Musk's criticism is misleading, including his claim that $3 billion was for an NFL stadium in Washington, D.C. The bill only transfers control of federal land for the stadium, not new funding. Up next, the Seattle Kraken is coming off a loss and looking to get back on track for tonight's game. Our Dan Hansen has been keeping up with the Kraken, and he has the Player of the Week. That is up next. Stay with us.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
The Season of New Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive. Start at just $28,999. Plus, get 3.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Save now for your Christmas holiday at Bi-Mart. 30% off all winter socks, sleepwear, robes, thermals, and slippers. Store-wide Christmas savings are happening now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
Take off for an air adventure over Idaho's oldest ski area.
High quality snow, averaging over 400 inches a year.
Fly the Northwest over Lookout Pass.
We've got one of the longest natural half pipes called Rolling Thunder.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, Whitney Cummings from Fast Friends and Anika Noni Rose from Mufasa the Lion King.
It looks so real.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. It should be a dry day for lower elevations, although we can't rule out a late afternoon shower in the Kittitas Valley. Now, although the Blues will be dry, we'll have a small chance of showers throughout the day in the Cascades, with snow levels hopping between 4,000 to 7,000 feet. For tonight, shower chances go up this evening in the Cascades, and there's a chance that some of that could trickle into the valleys. Even though the valleys should dry out around midnight, there's also a low-end chance that a few showers could spill into the lower Columbia Basin and Blue Foothills around and after midnight. And then for Friday, it'll be a dry day for lower elevations in the Blues, but we'll hold on to small shower chances throughout the day in the Cascades. And then for Friday night, shower chances go up a bit for the Cascades, but the Blues and lower elevation should remain dry. All right, we'll talk about those follow-up storm systems in just a second, but first I did want to talk about temperatures, as they'll stay pretty consistently about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So it's still going to be chilly out there, but certainly not the coldest Christmas that we've ever tracked around these parts. Okay, shower chances will start to go up into Saturday, but the wetter days are going to be into Sunday and Monday. Then we have a follow-up storm system into Tuesday and Wednesday. So first, let's talk about storm system number 1 for Sunday and Monday. Not expecting too much snow from this one, at least for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill. Probably a little bit more for White Pass and Tollgate, as snow levels are going to bounce between 3,500 to 4,500 feet. In terms of water for the storm system, between 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches for the mountains. Definitely a lot less for lower elevations. Now onto that Christmas Eve and Christmas Day storm system. We're expecting a little bit more snow this time, especially up in the Cascades. 3 to 4 inches for Snoqualmie Pass. Still not much doing for Cabbage Hill, but once again, we're thinking more for Tollgate, more for White Pass. Snow levels a little bit lower this time, down between 2,500 to 4,500 feet. And the water distribution looking pretty similar to that Sunday-Monday storm system. But we'll have more time to tweak the details of this very important forecast, so keep it tuned right here to Apple Valley News Now. This is a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Shower chances go up Saturday, a bit drier Sunday and Monday, but wet weather looks likely Christmas Eve. Then in Yakima, showers likely this weekend, a bit of a break for Monday, then wetter again for the 24th. In Ellensburg, we'll also have a good chance for showers this weekend, drier Monday, then wetter by Christmas Eve. In Hermiston, we'll have an increase in shower chances Saturday, drier Sunday and Monday, then wetter again for the 24th. And then for Walla Walla, wet weather looking likely Saturday, drier for Sunday and Monday, then maybe wetter for Santa's Journey on Christmas Eve.
The Kraken Player Profile, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health.
The Seattle Kraken are 2-3 in the last 5 games. The Monsters of the Deep are on thin ice as they continue to do just enough to stay afloat. That's in the Pacific Division, and Seattle is coming out of a shutout loss to the Ottawa Senators. Kraken center Matty Beniers entered the game against Ottawa, playing in his 200th career NHL game, and also becoming the 3rd skater from the 2021 NHL draft class to reach the milestone. Beniers says he didn't even know that he had reached that milestone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. That's, it's a dream to play in the NHL, and you get to do it every day for a job.
Beniers also says he's learned a lot from his first game in the NHL and that he continues to learn. And some of that learning includes scoring 4 goals and 13 assists, tallying 18 points. Up next for Beniers and the Kraken is a matchup with the Chicago Blackhawks, and you can catch that game tonight right here on Apple Valley News Now. It all starts at 5:30. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, when you win a Golden Globe, you also get some prizes. And if you thought celebrities already got too many perks, well, we're learning that there's more. Coming up in your showbiz news, we have what winners can choose from, plus a look at the new Celebrity Jeopardy. Keep it here. We will be right back.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save $25 on all regular price Justin boots. All regular price Montana Silversmiths jewelry is 20% off. Save $15 on Dickies hooded flannel shirt jackets. Sports Afield gun safes are 15% off. And all 511 tactical pants are $10 off. Get the gifts they want for less at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown, honest values.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pie gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deals of the year. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special savings on a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 during the final year in countdown from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
The The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
Umatilla County Fire District Number 1, Eastern Oregon's largest emergency services provider, is hiring paramedics and firefighter EMTs to join our highly trained team of first responders. Excellent pay and benefits with great opportunities for advancement. Apply now at ucfd1.org.
Your favorite judge is back in the courtroom with all new cases.
Hello? You gotta get your story straight. What an idiot. Judy Justice is now in session right here.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
A ski area on the Idaho-Montana border. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. In your entertainment news this morning, we're looking at a new season of Celebrity Jeopardy!
Plus, a look at the new season of the reality show The Traitors. That and more is in your Showbiz Recaps. Let's take a look.
Come friend, come foe, come one, come all to the Highlands to see who lives and who falls.
Two-time Emmy-winning reality show The Traitors has unveiled the trailer for its third season, premiering January 9th on Peacock. Contestants include Vanderpump Rules' Tom Sandoval, Survivor's Boston Rob, and Britney Spears' ex-husband, Sam Asghari.
We are about to crown our Celebrity Jeopardy champion and give away $1 million to their charity.
Who are Neil deGrasse Tyson, Rachel Brosnahan, Max Greenfield, and Yvette Nicole Brown? They're just some of the contestants on the new season of ABC's Celebrity Jeopardy, premiering January 8th. The stars competing to win $1 million for their favorite charity.
The Golden Globe goes to...
And speaking of $1 million, that's the value of the gift bag the Golden Globe winners and presenters will receive in January. Just some of the goodies stars will be able to choose from: a trip to Finland to see the Northern Lights, a suit custom made in Italy, and a 5-day yacht trip through Indonesia.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
And actor Jake Gyllenhaal turns 44 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Just when you thought celebrities had everything, now they get to choose. If they win a Golden Globe, they can choose between one of those $1 million options. So out of those three, what would you pick? There was the yacht trip to Indonesia, there was the custom-made suit in Italy, and then a trip to Finland to see the Northern Lights.
I'd say probably Finland, but you know what's a great idea for millionaires? Let's just give them more millions of dollars.
Right?
Let's do that.
I know, that's apparently what they're doing.
Yeesh.
You hate to see it.
Yep.
Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office has been awarded a virtual simulator, technology that helps prepare law enforcement for real-life scenarios. And we have a look at that in our next half hour.
Pack up for a holiday road trip. The Kraken head to the Windy City, prepping for a showdown with the Blackhawks.
This is a huge trip for us. We play for the guy next to each other, and that's how you win hockey games.
Kraken, Blackhawks, pregame at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deals of the year. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special 0% financing on a new Chevrolet during the final year and countdown from McCurley Chevrolet.
Unwrap smoother skin this season with Curve Appeal. Imagine flawless, touchable skin with pain-free laser hair removal using our new Splendor X machine. Right now, sessions starting as low as $60. Only 6 sessions needed. Don't wait. It's the perfect treat for yourself or someone special. And for the holidays, give the gift of confidence and beauty with our Curve Appeal gift certificates. Book now and let us bring out your holiday glow with Splendor X. CurveAppealTC.com.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast.
for 25 years. We'll buy this house and this one, even this one, not that one. We'll buy this house for cash and this house, but not that one either. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you've got a tenant you really don't want, we'll buy it. If you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price. And we'll close fast too. So with us, no real estate agent, which means no commissions, no repairs or cleaning necessary, no appraisals or formal inspections, no open houses, no closing costs, and no long wait to close. Sell My House has been buying unwanted houses since 1999. Call to learn more. We'll buy this house and this house. Okay, not that one. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now and we'll connect you with a qualified local buyer.
1-800-219-0560.
To celebrate the Kraken on Apple Valley News Now, we're giving you a chance to win Kraken swag. To enter, click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com. One person each month wins the swag from Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, Legends Casino Hotel, and Prosser Memorial Health.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, so someone was supposed to win money yesterday, but the jackpot was 0.
Yep.
And you were really close to getting that forecast within that 3 degrees. What was it?
Yeah, the warm front and the winds kind of messed everything up. So yeah, my
Let's blame it on the winds and the warm front.
Yes, exactly. The forecast high that I went with for yesterday, 56 degrees. We'll go ahead and take the graphics full. Remember, it had to be between 53 to 59 degrees for the jackpot to grow by 25 bucks. Oh, missed it by that much. I was 1 degree off. So I'm going to channel my inner Gene Wilder here and say, you get nothing. Nothing.
You lose. You get nothing.
Lose. Exactly. Jessica knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the winner is no one because the jackpot was already $0. So unfortunately, there was no winner from yesterday. But hey, here's the good news. I get another crack at it for today. The forecast high of 45. The actual high has to be between 42 to 48 degrees for the jackpot to go up by 25 bucks. And on down the road, if I get it wrong again, which is inevitable at some point, but you can go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the contest tab, and you can find out how to win the jackpot. Also, you could scan the QR code to find out how to enter this contest as well. Right now, you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. There are clouds above us, but really no clouds at the surface. We're not seeing many reductions in visibility for this morning. Now, there is some fog for the periphery of our viewing area. If it starts to close in on us and if it starts to impact visibility for the valleys, basin, and foothills, we'll definitely let you know. But so far, that has just not panned out this morning. On to temperatures now, as we're not seeing those winds anymore. So that means, remember, yesterday morning, Walla Walla, Pendleton, up around 60 degrees. Definitely doesn't feel like that for this morning, as we're in the mid-30s to low 40s, right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin, right around freezing, if not below freezing, for the valleys. So if you did have to break out the ice scraper for this morning, it would be in the valleys or in the basin. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. Heavy jacket weather all throughout the day. Yesterday was light jacket weather, but unfortunately you'll have to break out the heavy jacket once again. So for today, despite the fact that it's going to be cloudier and colder, we'll still be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. Also, small shower chances up in Kittitas County, so I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour off with money news. We're learning more about the city of Sunnyside's budget for next year. Earlier this week, City Council presented the budget and officials were forced to address the $3 million deficit that was inherited from prior administrations. The council decided that cuts needed to be made despite some outcry from the community. City Manager Mike Gonzalez says the closure of the pool as well as the community center along with staff layoffs were not decisions that he and the others made lightly.
We had to take the American Rescue Plan money, so commonly called ARPA,
So we took $2.4 million of our ARPA funds, and they were allocated for something else, for various things, infrastructure things, but we had to plug our deficit gap with our ARPA money. So that was about $2.4 million to balance it.
Gonzalez says he believes in honesty, transparency, and doing what's best for city residents. He also says he hopes to look at reopening the pool in the near future.
So what's next? We're going to continue to look at the budget because the city council, even though they passed it, they still want us to tighten our belts a little bit more, and not to say that they felt rushed throughout the process, but we have 3 new council members who are just going through their first budget process.
Gonzalez took over the city manager position within the last year after serving as county administrator for Franklin County. Now, more budget talks, but in Yakima, a city council study session was held on Tuesday with some action taken, such as approving the 2025 to 2026 biennial budget. In the preliminary budget, projections from November showed the deficit would surpass $57 million by 2029. That's if the council did not reduce the reserve policy. The biennial framework that is set to carry spending through 2026 does not balance revenues with expenditures. It actually relies on reserves to come on top.
And across the whole state, the city budget and finances is 86% of the discussions and priorities right now. So we're not alone, and I wanted you to know it's also, we're experiencing it all the same way. So in 2022, only 32% of cities had revenues not meeting their expenditures.
The city has until the end of December to make adjustments to meet any thresholds. Check this out. The Umatilla County Sheriff's Office was awarded a VirTra training simulator and certified training curriculum. The simulation training helps prepare law enforcement for real-life incidents by putting them in these scenarios that require real-time problem solving and judgment. Sheriff Rowan with the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office says the simulations are pretty close to what the real thing is like.
I'd love to have this room full of the public to see what our officers do encounter, because this is reality. This is not, Hollywood versions of what law enforcement does, but I think it would be an eye-opener, and I think that there would be more understanding of how law enforcement responds and how they take their jobs very seriously.
The Sheriff's Office was awarded this because they entered a contest called Task Force Santa. Agencies applied to receive the simulator by submitting a written explanation on why their agency should be selected. And Umatilla County took home the gold out of more than 90 who applied. Now, to find this full story, visit our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Zillow has released the most popular markets of the year, and majority of them are all in one region. We take a look at those after the break.
The Kraken battles Chicago tonight at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here,
from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
Snow is in the air, and it's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale with savings up to 50%. Check out huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or make decorating your entire home easier with 48 months, no interest financing. So pack up the sleigh, pick up grandmother on the way, and shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic Hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait. Turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Take off for an air adventure over Idaho's oldest ski area.
High quality snow, averaging over 400 inches a year.
Fly the Northwest over Lookout Pass.
We've got one of the longest natural half pipes called Rolling Thunder.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, Whitney Cummings from Fast Friends and Anika Noni Rose from Mufasa the Lion King.
It looks so real.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County, where these highs are going to be up around 40 degrees. We'll have winds gusting out of the south and southeast upwards of 20 miles per hour in the Cascades. There's going to be a low-end chance of showers throughout the day in the Cascades, and then into the late afternoon, some of that could trickle down into the Kittitas Valley. And the Yakima Valley should keep it dry throughout the day, and it is going to be another cold one, definitely colder compared to yesterday. We'll have highs in the low to mid 40s. It's going to be overcast throughout the day. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, we'll also be in mostly in the mid 40s, 45 for the Tri-Cities, 45 for Benton City, the same thing for Umatilla. Light winds overall, definitely lighter winds as opposed to yesterday. And even though we'll have breezes in the blues gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour, again, they'll be lighter compared to yesterday. Not as much sunshine as yesterday. Be warmer in the Blue Foothills compared to the basin and valleys, with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, maybe even eking out some 50s, low 50s for Pilot Rock and Heppner. Now on to the big picture. Let's look back at that Monday-Tuesday storm system and see what it did to our drought situation. You can see some big-time improvements for the Kittitas Valley. We had a rainfall deficit heading into the storm system. Now we have a rainfall surplus. We expanded our surpluses in the Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin by about 5 to 10%. And we unfortunately still have a deficit for the Blue Foothills, but we did chip away also by about 5%.
All right, check this out. So Zillow is sharing its list of the most popular housing markets of the year.
The real estate marketplace shows cities in the Northeast dominated for the second year in a row.
Now, Zillow's most popular city overall is Manchester, New Hampshire. Their average home values jumped more than 7% in the past year to $415,000, and still Manchester remains more affordable than nearby Boston.
Zillow's most popular large city is Toledo, Ohio. That for its affordability, as the typical home in Toledo is worth $121,000. Zillow's most popular small town is Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, with the most popular coastal city being Milford, Connecticut.
And the most popular vacation town is Portland in Maine. And the only city on the list that's not in the Northeast is Pahrump, Nevada, which is also Zillow's top retirement town. I don't know if I said that correctly.
I think that's like the little drummer boy, right? But it bumped last year's top retirement city, Pinehurst, North Carolina, to number 2.
I loved that. That just made me cackle. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you don't remember murder hornets making headlines about 5 years ago, just know that they had everybody on edge. And we have an update on them after 4 big nests were discovered in Washington. And Josh, what do you have coming up?
Yeah, so we have small shower chances for today and tomorrow, but much better chances for wet weather over the weekend into the holiday. I'll tell you more about that on the other side of the break.
At At State Fair Park, the lights will glow. A dazzling, twinkling holiday show. The 5th annual Light Festa Drive-Through Delight. Presented by Giza Credit Union, so merry and bright. From December 12th to the 22nd, a magical journey is to be expected. So get your tickets and join the fun. At State Fair Park for everyone. Not even a Grinch could say bah humbug to this. So visit statefairpark.org for your holiday bliss.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
The buying season never ends at Broadmoor RV Superstore. Make this holiday one to remember with a new motorhome, travel trailer, or fifth wheel. Broadmoor RV continues to close out the 2024s to make room for the 25s. Your destination store in Pasco has the top brands in the industry, including Jayco, Montana Fifth Wheels, Coachman, Northwood, and Outdoors RV. Visit our huge campus and let us help you make memories for a lifetime this holiday season. Broadmoor RV Superstore, family owned and operated in Pasco.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys.
Let's do it, fellas.
And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. It should be a dry day for lower elevations, although we can't rule out a late afternoon shower in the Kittitas Valley. Although the Blues will be dry, we'll have small chances of showers throughout the day in the Cascades, with snow levels hopping between 4,000 to 7,000 feet. And then for tonight, shower chances go up this evening in the Cascades, and there's a chance that some of that could trickle down into the valleys. And even though the valleys should dry out around midnight, there's also a low-end chance that a few showers could spill into the lower Columbia Basin and Blue Foothills around and after midnight. And then for Friday, it'll be a dry day for lower elevations and the Blues, but we'll hold on to small shower chances throughout the day in the Cascades. And then for Friday night, shower chances go up a bit for the Cascades, but the Blues and lower elevations should remain dry. Okay, before we talk about some of those ensuing storm systems over the next few days, I first wanted to touch on temperatures, as they'll stay pretty consistently at about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So definitely not the coldest Christmas on record for these parts of Washington and Oregon. Saturday is going to be wetter, but it looks like the even wetter days in terms of more rainfall totals and snowfall totals, that's going to be for Sunday and Monday, and then this follow-up storm system for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So first we'll talk about storm system number 1 for Sunday and Monday. Snow levels between 3,500 to 4,500 feet. Not expecting that much snow at all for Snoqualmie Pass or Cabbage Hill. And we are anticipating a little bit more for Tollgate on Oregon 204 and White Pass for US Highway 12. And then in terms of water totals for Sunday and Monday, between 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches of water for the mountains, but definitely a lot less for lower elevations. Then into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, snow levels at this point getting a little bit lower, between 2,500 to 4,500 feet. So we're thinking a little bit more snow for Snoqualmie Pass, a little bit more for Cabbage Hill, and obviously more for White Pass and Tollgate. So travel leading into the holiday could be impacted. And then in terms of the water distribution for this storm system, pretty similar to that of the distribution of the Sunday-Monday storm system. So this is a very important forecast. We're going to have a lot more time to tweak the details of it, so stay tuned. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Shower chances go up Saturday, a bit drier Sunday and Monday, but wet weather looks likely Christmas Eve. Then in Yakima, showers likely this week and a bit of a break for Monday, then wetter again for the 24th. In Ellensburg, we'll also have a good chance for showers this weekend, drier Monday, then wetter by Christmas Eve. In Hermiston, we'll have an increase in shower chances Saturday, drier Sunday and Monday, then wetter again for the 24th. Then in Walla Walla, wet weather looking likely Saturday, drier for Sunday and Monday, then maybe wetter for Santa's big journey on Christmas Eve. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Ms. Hilton goes to Washington.
We've worked so hard for this bill the past few years.
Paris Hilton triumphs after the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act passed in the House of Representatives by an overwhelming margin.
To see it pass was the best feeling ever.
The bill aimed at helping track and monitor abuse cases at youth treatment facilities across the country. And this morning, Paris Hilton is speaking out to GMA.
When President Biden signs it, turns into law, what are the safety and protection measures that go into effect?
From now on, everything that is happening in these places is going to be reported, and people are going to be held accountable for what they do.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more with Paris Hilton and why this success on Capitol Hill has her seriously thinking about running for office. With your GMA First Look, I'm Juju Chang, ABC News, New York.
Molly leaving was one thing, but then I thought Mom's osteoporosis might keep us stuck on the couch. No way.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and are at high risk for fracture, you can do more than just slow bone loss. You can build new bone in 12 months with Evenity. Evenity is proven to significantly reduce spine fracture risk.
She said the Evenity she's taking builds new bone. Builds new bone!
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a heart problem. Tell your doctor if you have had a heart attack or stroke. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it, as serious events have occurred with Evenity. Signs include rash, hives, swelling of the face or throat, which may cause difficulty in swallowing or breathing, muscle spasms or cramps, numbness, or tingling. Tell your doctor about severe jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity. Report hip, groin, or thigh pain. Unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred with Evenity.
Building bone? We dig it.
Want stronger bones? Ask your doctor about Evenity.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. The U.S. is once again facing a potential government shutdown, and the clock is ticking as the deadline to keep the government funded is Friday. The bipartisan bill that House Speaker Mike Johnson negotiated this week is being scrapped, and this comes after President-elect Donald Trump, VP-elect Vance, and Elon Musk expressed their disapproval of it, with Trump asking Republicans not to support it. Congress now has until Friday to reach a deal, or millions of federal workers will go into the holidays without a paycheck. The suspect accused in the murder of United Healthcare CEO, suspect Luigi Mangione, is facing elevated charges, an 11-count indictment to be specific, as prosecutors allege he intended to, quote, evoke terror with the killing. Mangione is set to appear in a Pennsylvania court today for a preliminary hearing and then a hearing on extradition to New York. In your business news, the Federal Reserve have cut interest rates again, and this is the third time since September. It's a quarter-point drop, and analysts say this could be the last rate cut for a while, as inflation is still above the Fed's 2% goal, which officials predict will fall to that range by 2027. In your health news, the FDA concludes its investigation into the E. coli carrot outbreak, which resulted in 48 reported illnesses and 1 death. The carrots were supplied by Grimway Farms of Bakersfield, California, and the FDA found Shiga toxin-producing E. coli in 2 environmental samples at the facility, and the carrots are no longer on shelves. In your sports news, WSU head coach Jake Dickert will fill the Wake Forest head coach role left by Dave Clawson. The Cougs will be coached by their assistant head coach in next week's Holiday Bowl as the search for a new head coach begins immediately. And this isn't the only goodbye the team is saying this season, as starting QB John Mateer committed to playing at Oklahoma next season. And now we go to your top 5 local stories for this morning. The Kittitas County Public Health Department is working with the Ellensburg High School after a case of whooping cough is confirmed. The case is reportedly associated with the wrestling team, so the health district is recommending all wrestlers and associated staff members to get tested. They also recommend contacting your doctor for a PCR test. And the Kennewick Police Department says Columbia Center Boulevard is seeing more holiday shopping traffic, and with people often leaving their purchases in their cars, this makes it easy for thieves to steal. KPD says locking your car is not enough, and they recommend removing items from plain sight, so hide them or put them in the trunk. Also, if you have an opportunity to go home and drop them off, do that. And also make sure you double check that all of your gifts made it home at the end of your shopping day. And speaking of gifts, if you've been thinking about getting someone a dog or cat for Christmas, you need to really think about it. Officials say a pet is a long commitment, and often people don't realize that they can't handle it, leading them to give their pet away. This becomes a big concern for the pet industry, as shelters are already overwhelmed. Officials recommend fostering and volunteering at rescues before adopting a pet. Murder hornets have officially been eradicated across the country. According to a New York Times report, the invasive species were tracked to 4 major nests in Washington state, and they were then destroyed. However, officials say they will still continue to keep an eye out. And in case you missed it, a suspicious package was reported at Hanford's waste treatment plant yesterday after 2 p.m. Crews signed on to an emergency radio frequency, and responders cleared the area. When our crew reached out for information, officials told us nothing was out of the ordinary and operations were back to normal within an hour. All right, trending this morning, if you've always wanted to fill your resume with some bologna, listen to this.
That was nice wordplay. Oscar Mayer is hiring Wienermobile drivers.
So applications to become a hot dogger, that's what's written in their hot dogger, are now open to recent college graduates. And the company is looking for 12 people to travel across the country in one of the iconic Wienermobiles for a 1-year full-time gig.
While sharpening your social media and marketing chops, you'll also be responsible for driving and maintaining the 27-foot long hot dog on wheels.
And you can apply now through January 31st for what Oscar Mayer calls a relished position. I see what they did there.
I'll tell you what, that script had a little bit of mustard on it.
Mustard! Sorry, I had to do that. Okay, Josh, so would you want to do that job?
Yes, I love hot dogs, and I love traveling too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to drive that much, but I mean,
Really?
it'd be cool to, pull up in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hop in the whip, guys.
But you are good at your job, so how's it looking outside?
Based on the 3-degree guarantee, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of the visibility concerns we have for this morning, mostly on the periphery of our viewing area. So the valleys, the basin, the foothills, not seeing any huge reductions in visibility. Definitely something we're going to continue to track throughout the rest of this morning, though. In terms of temperatures, much colder this morning for the foothills as opposed to yesterday morning. Remember, at this time, just 24 hours back, we were up around 60 degrees for Walla Walla and Pendleton. That is definitely not the case for this morning. But later today, we're still going to be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year, but overall colder, cloudier, small shower chances for the Cascades and for the Kittitas Valley. Overall, will be mostly dry for today and tomorrow. Showers increasing Saturday. Much wetter days for Sunday and Monday than that very interesting storm system into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
I knew that 60 degrees wouldn't last. So sad.
Too good to be true.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.